Welcome to the 2019-20 FBISD Film Fest. I'm Charles Dupree, Superintendent of Schools, and I am proud to welcome you to this event that distinguishes Fort Bend ISD from all other public school districts in Texas. Our students do an outstanding job of filmmaking. They reflect their feelings, the things they learn, the things they believe, and they represent the FBISD profile of a graduate in their outstanding work. Tonight, we're going to give away awards to these students, and I'm excited that we're able to continue with this program even during the pandemic. The film submissions were due before spring break and before we went to online learning. So now, I just want to congratulate all the winners tonight and say congratulations, students, and thank you to the students and staff who helped to produce this outstanding event. I'm going to turn the program now over to our moderator for the evening, Bowie Middle School Principal, Brian Schillingberg.
Thank you, Dr. Dupree and Board of Trustees for your leadership and support of our young filmmakers. Hello and welcome to the 2019-2020 Fort Bend ISD Film Fest Awards ceremony for secondary. I'm Brian Schillingberg, principal of James Bowie Middle School, and I will be your host for today's inspiring event. This year, teams of students from campuses all across the districts competed to win awards in 6 categories: documentary, narrative, profile of a graduate, 60-second short, animation, and 48-hour weekend challenge. Continuing the tradition from last year, we have a category for teachers to submit videos to highlight their talents in the classroom around the theme profile of a graduate. There are also several special awards that will be given out at the end of the film festival, including the coveted Best Picture Award. So, without further ado, let's get this show on the road. It all started back in January with a daunting task, the 48-hour video challenge. Students had to write, shoot, and edit a 1-minute video, all in just 48 hours. The video was required to include 3 key elements. Those elements were a clock, the sound of dripping water, and then saying, "Houston, we have a problem." And now, let's take a look at the winners for the middle school 48-hour video challenge. 4th place goes to Time is Running Out by Amy Dye from First Colony Middle School. Third place goes to Caught by the Clock by Sargavi Garesh and Varshni Venkatesan from Quail Valley Middle School. 2nd place goes to A Time of Rain by Erica Elliott from Crockett Middle School. And 1st place goes to The Watership by Isabella Janowski from First Colony Middle School. And now, let's take a look at the winners for the high school 48-hour challenge. 3rd place goes to Unthinkable by Willie Chang from Clements High School. Second place goes to Apollo 13 by Diego Lopez from Travis High School. And 1st place goes to Houston, I Don't Want to Wake Up by Adnan Youssef from George Bush High School. There are 525,600 minutes in a year, but students had to craft only one of those minutes into a 60-second film. From animation, life lessons, and everything in between, the 60-second short film categories require students to tell a story with laser focus in under 60 seconds. Let's take a look at the winners for the middle school 60-second short. 4th place goes to The Earth by Max Zane and George Thornton from First Colony Middle School. 3rd place goes to The Thing by Miles Green from Lake Olympia Middle School. 2nd place is Warning, Public Health Notice by Toriana Smith, Ryan Brandt, Taylor Wallace, and Jenna Ferguson from Baines Middle School. And first place goes to Who's Watching by Clayton Milstead, Cooper Kyglowski, and Owner Ozer from First Colony Middle School. And now, let's take a look at the winners for the high school 60-second short challenge. Fourth place goes to Water Conservation PSA by Jonathan Lorraine from Clements High School. Third place goes to Who Did This to Her by Nikki Tara Arasto, Ishel Iqbal, Lauren Sims, and Arnav Shah from Clements High School. Second place goes to Recycling PSA by Diego Lopez, Adnan Youssef, Joel Bautista, Zach Seto, and Brian Arias from Travis High School. And first place goes to FOMO by Isabel Herrera from Ridge Point High School. In 1928, the first animated film with sound was released. It was a series of short films called song cartoons. From there, we now have a classic animated film such as Pinocchio, Shrek, and Toy Story. And now, let's take a look at the winners for the middle school animation. Third place goes to Paperball Adventures by Dixie Dew and Anisha Desai from First Colony Middle School. Second place goes to Chelsea and Sophie, A Dog Story by Jake Gaw from First Colony Middle School. And first place goes to Brick by Brick Kindness by Adil Azamat from First Colony Middle School. And now, let's take a look at the winners for the high school animation. Fourth place goes to Words by Samia Chaudhry from George Bush High School. Third place goes to Wear Your Seatbelt by Soham Prajapati from George Bush High School. Second place goes to Dancing Color by Joel Bautista, Justin Aguilar, and Alejandro Gutierrez from George Bush High School. And first place goes to Perfect by Daniel Epega from George Bush High School. Narrative films take characters or events and spin them in such a way that you believe the story is real. From floating 20,000 leagues under the sea to saving Matt Damon on Mars, narrative movies take us on fun adventures. And now, let's take a look at the winners for the middle school narrative films. Fourth place goes to The Fake Smile by Isabella Shanaboski from First Colony Middle School. Third place goes to TikTok by Elena Sebastian and Sandra Santosh from First Colony Middle School. Second place goes to The Name Game by Rocio Perez, Elizabeth Ojo, Esther Ajafonibo, and Jada Williams from Hodgesville Middle School. And first place goes to Legacy by Artem Kochin and Tyler Klingman from Ford Settlement Middle School. And now, let's take a look at the winners for the high school narrative films. Fourth place goes to Cry of the Body Snatcher by Chekwaski Ogweezy from George Bush High School. Third place goes to Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief by Ashar Kamran from George Bush High School. Second place goes to Behind by Sebastian Aguirre and Emily Smith from Travis High School. And first place goes to The Package by Adnan Yusuf from George Bush High School. The first Academy Award for documentaries was given to the 18-minute-long film, The Battle of Midway, produced by the United States Navy in 1942. Students in the documentary film category explore hard-hitting issues and can provide a platform for students to educate their audience on a variety of topics. The winners for the middle school documentary. Fourth place goes to Anti-Cyberbullying by Adriana Sakimia from Fort Settlement Middle School. Third place goes to The Silent World, Communicate Against the Odds by Audrey Chan and Yasmin Sifsi from First Colony Middle School. Second place goes to Gaming Addiction by Ashton Ernst, Jinyu Zhu, Mingyu Chang, Joshua Matthew, and Adil Asmat from First Colony Middle School. And first place goes to the Houston Astros documentary by Evan Beltran from First Colony Middle School. And now, let's take a look at the winners for the high school documentary. Fourth place goes to Ocean Pollution by Dayanara Solano from Ridgepoint High School. Third place goes to Smoking by Christina Peterson from Travis High School. Second place goes to The Struggle to Sign by Carolyn Lynn from Clements High School. And first place goes to Diversity is a Necessity by Leah Sutton from Austin High School. For this category, our students were asked to create a video that exemplified the traits we hope our graduates will exhibit upon graduation. These include students who are equipped with skills for life, servant leaders, compassionate citizens, effective communicators, critical thinkers, collaborative team members, and lifelong learners. The winners for the middle school FBISD Profile of a Graduate films. Second place goes to Ball Kid by Ava Unger from First Colony Middle School. And first place goes to First Colony Middle School Show's Profile of a Graduate by Gianna Benares from First Colony Middle School. Fort Bend ISD has more than 5,000 teachers who reach out and inspire over 76,000 students every day. The theme for the FBISD Film Fest teacher category this year is Why I Love My Job, which showcases our teachers and what drives them every day to equip our students to pursue futures beyond what they can imagine. And the winners of our Why I Love My Job teacher category are: in second place goes to A Love of Learning by Lauren Crittenden from Colony Bend Elementary.
What I love about teaching is hard to express in words. Introducing students to new ideas, topics, products, or forms of expression that spark their interest, creativity, or love of learning is the most amazing part of being a teacher.
What I love about Ms. Crichton's class is that there's coding robotics, and I think it is a fun and great experience for everyone.
The thing I love most about her class is that we get the freedom of relaxation.
What I love most about this class is that
Ms. Crittenden makes everything fun for us.
It makes my day to see the look on students' faces when they finally get a concept they were struggling with. I love to see students excited and engaged in something that we are doing in class. This spark of excitement that becomes a love of learning in innovative and personal ways fosters my love for my job.
And first place goes to The Joy of Teaching by Joey Lang from James Reese Career and Technical Center, former Bowie Bear.
One of my favorite things about teaching is when I see a student really get passionate about something that I'm teaching and they run with it. And then all of a sudden that becomes their big focus. And that really brings me a lot of joy.
What Miss Lang loves about her job, the students. She really loves and adores us. She loves all of us.
Really the best things about being a teacher have nothing to do with the content that I teach. Those things are the bonds that you develop with your students, the getting to know them and understanding their perspectives. And then, kind of giving them a little life coaching here and there. Sometimes it's don't make the same mistakes I did. And then sometimes it's just being a cheerleader. When I was in school, I didn't really care for it very much. I didn't really have a lot of motivation to be in school or try very hard, but there was always a teacher that would step in and motivate me and inspire me and make me see the importance of it. The ones I remember the most are the ones who made me feel that I actually mattered. I love
Set of
a
awards
lot
spans elementary, middle, and high school and truly represents the best of what our students have accomplished this year. Everyone nominated should be proud of their accomplishments. These students have set the bar high for future film best participants. For the special awards, a panel of judges viewed the films and looked for those films that truly embodied a part of the filmmaking process. Whether it be with the creative camera angles or a storyline that stood out, these films set themselves apart in some way. For films we have already viewed earlier, we will only see a snippet of that film. Let's take a look at the winners for our special awards. The People's Choice was selected by the judges for a story that resonated with its audience and had that certain something that stood out. The People's Choice Award goes to Legacy by Artem Kochin and Tyler Klingman from Fort Settlement Middle School. From the groundbreaking effects in The Matrix to the touching moment between Spider-Man and Iron Man in Avengers Infinity War, cinematography encompasses everything to do with film angles, lighting, and the little things that helps add to the story. The winner of the Best Cinematography Award goes to Diversity is a Necessity by Leah Sutton from Austin High School. Whether it starts from a fairy tale or in a galaxy far, far away, weaving together characters in a compelling story starts with a great storyline. The winner of the Best Storyline Award is The Struggle to Sign by Carolyn Huynh from Clements High School. Okay. The Best Picture was selected by our judges for its overall incorporation of a great story, use of cinematography, and cinematic excellence. The 2020 Fort Bend ISD Film Festival Best Picture goes to Perfect by Daniel Epiga from George Bush High School. Congratulations. That concludes our award ceremony. We hope that you all have enjoyed seeing our students shine, and we look forward to seeing more of your films next year. Be safe, have a great rest of the year, and a relaxing summer.